Hey, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know to ace the verbal reasoning component of the Victorian Selective School exam. Let's get started. The verbal reasoning test is a mix of vocabulary, problem solving, and word relationship questions. Some of the most common types of questions include syllogisms, analogies, and synonym-antonym questions. For example, like syllogisms are you have to draw a conclusion from given statements. There are also numerous other types of questions, including like seating arrangements, where you have like tables and you have to find where someone sits. And you also have multiple puzzles, ordering questions, language decoding, and which two statements together prove kind of questions. There are quite a number of worded problems as well, which turn out to be the hardest and the most time consuming. There isn't much you can do to study for this test, so the best thing to do is just practice these kind of questions, especially with a time limit. The main component of verbal reasoning is vocabulary. This is at least 40% of the test, if not more. And there's not much you can do to enhance it, especially if you have little bit time left. But the best thing is just to practice vocabulary every day on websites and just take a book and just read and just learn as much words as you can. My next tip is that you can eliminate sometimes, so you can just look at the options and just find out which one looks different. So it's like if it's asking you for a synonym, then in the options you look which words look similar and like mean similar things, and then which one just means something completely different. So there's a huge chance that the one that is different from the other options is probably the right one. This way, in eliminating, you don't need to know completely what everything means, so this is just a good skill to use. Another big thing is to visualize it, especially when it's like questions like syllogisms, so you can make Venn diagrams using that, and it'll help you see it and find the correct answer really easily. And also, you can also like visualize for things like ordering questions, where you have to find who's like the shortest, and also for like the seating arrangement questions, where you can draw the whole table and write down where everyone sits. But the main thing is to, when you visualize, do it really fast, because again, you don't have much time in this test. You have 30 seconds per question, and you can lose track of time really easily. My last thing is to read quickly but carefully. Don't get something wrong because you read it incorrectly and you missed some key information from it. But do make sure that you read it completely and carefully, but also really fast. Because again, you don't have much time, so you can't spend too long on any one questions, because you have a whole 60 questions to get through. Okay, so now I'm going to go over a couple of practice questions with you that are similar to the types of questions on the test, but much easier. So, question 1. As you can see, this is a syllogism question. So, it says, all roses are flowers, all flowers are plants, and some flowers are trees. Therefore, okay, so for this kind of question, you need to use Venn diagrams. So, the first instruction, all roses are flowers. So here we have roses here, and on top of that is flowers, because all roses are flowers. And now it says all flowers are plants, so we have one more layer on top. So all flowers are plants. And now lastly, it says some flowers are trees. That means we have to bring in trees as an extra circle. So it says here. Now we have trees, and it's some flowers are trees, so this much. So now, therefore, all flowers are trees. Is that correct? All flowers are trees. That's incorrect, because only some of them are. All plants are flowers. That's also incorrect, because only some of the plants are flowers. See, some trees are plants. Now that's correct, because some trees are in the plant circle. And D, all roses are trees, that's incorrect. So the correct answer is C. Now question 2. If milk is to cow, then eggs is to... So as you can see, you have to find a relationship between milk and cow. So cow gives milk, then eggs is to what gives eggs? Farm. You can get eggs at a farm, but that's a location, not a animal. Hen is an animal that gives eggs, so it would be B. C is completely unrelated to giving. Eggs give omelette instead of something that gives eggs. And supermarket, again, you can get eggs from there, but it's not an animal that gives, like cow. So the answer would be B. And that's how you do these kind of questions. In conclusion, verbal reasoning is all about logic and thinking smart. So all you can really do is make sure you put in lots of practice. And that's it for today, so subscribe and stay tuned for more videos.